That's interesting. It said still got 2 out of 3 battery bars here. Alright, okay. Collect discs. No idea how you get the access code. So it's sort of like a flip screen Alien Syndrome and Gallagher combined for a few quid. Ooh. That's weird, you can't go diagonally. Okay, what's this thing here? Can I touch that? Yeah, it's just decoration, right, okay. I can't wait. So those are obviously the computer disks. Maybe collecting them gives you the password thing. I think we've collected 3 of those now, so I wonder why you wouldn't have diagonal movement. That's a bit weird actually. Oh, great. 300 million volts. Oh, crap. So it's not quite up to the value for money levels of Gap Plus. So there's that. I don't know if I've played Gap Plus. Yeah, there's some very odd design decisions, like, you know, constantly moving left or right. You cannot stay in a central position. So that's one disc. And they all look the same inside. Why aren't the ships different? Oh, gotta be careful here. Yeah, I'm kind of rushing a bit now. Even though I have to stitch the bastard things together. Yeah, I didn't know you couldn't touch anything like Berserk. That's a bit weird. So you can't move diagonally here either. It's very weird for an Ash and Dave game. Did they both have the threepenny bits on the same day? Maybe it was serious ones all week. Dix, D-I-X, that's a bit rude, mate. That was a bit close there. Here's a door pad there. Okay. I think there is a time limit, so... Alright, yeah, you have to activate them both then. Now what? Do I have to go back to the computer or something? I've done that. Is it? Oh right, okay. You can go up as well. Oh, that was a bit. Right, so you need 3 floppy disks. Is that exit? So the ships are all the same here, so they're going to be the same shape inside. And these things take a hell of a lot of hits. Look how many hits that. Nah, this is not a good Ash and Dave game. One of the worst Ash and Dave games. It's below their usual standard. Maybe they did a better version and Alternative Software said to him, no, Mr. Ash and Dave. Can't have you doing that. You've got to bring down the quality by about 33% on everything. Yeah, of course there could be some new games in Microrhythm. Did I play Famous 5? I didn't play Wheel of Fortune. Where the hell is Micro Mouse? Oh, actually, that's probably in the Mastertronic directory. Oh yeah, supposed to see if Spore is fathomable. I might have another go of Anarchy by Racket, I think it is. What is in this? Oh right, that's the only one in there. That's not even the right one. But the music fucks up on that for me. It probably works fine if you got the disc swap buttons. Yeah, I cannot get Rocket Ranger to work on the C64, which is probably their most impressive game on the C64, I reckon, all things considered. I mean, Defender of the Crown is too much of a, a strategy board game with some nice graphics and action sequences. Whereas Rocket Ranger is a bit more than that. Obviously it came from the desert, did not come out on the old Condom 64, as we used to call it. Mega Nova has got to be a shoot 'em up. A proper shoot 'em up with the scroll registers being engaged. Yes. I don't know if that's actually good quality or not, actually. I don't know if opening the curtains more would make it worse or better. No, it makes it much worse. Oh, bloody hell, it is bright out there, though. Plus, the two houses directly opposite me are almost as large as my house. And they're all painted white. Even the windows are white. I'm not telling you what colour my windows are. Don't you go stalking me, mate. So yeah, none of these games compared to Law of the West, mate. None of them. They're not obvious how to play. And they haven't got loads of, variety and longevity in the gameplay to come, which Law of the West has in abundance. Yes, I'm getting a feel for these fucking games, mate. Use your cursor keys, right? Well, is it return to change that? Display docs before loading. Well, it says use cursor keys. Why can't I use the cursor keys then? Oh man, Pugsy, you let me down. It's like 1 out of 30. That's well, as long as the crack works. Let's have speed power. I don't want speed power all the time. Speed is bad for you. You get points on your license in it. Yeah, everything's alright except for the black background and the non-green and turquoise fucking Statue of Liberty. You know, the one time they should be using turquoise and they've used it on the spaceship, it's not there. So this should be blue, light blue and turquoise. How many colours we got there? 1, 2, 3. And the light grey highlights can stay on top of the turquoise. I might do that. I might go on Paint Shop Pro and dick about with this picture from Gamebase 64. Because luckily they're PNGs on there. My SID chip is dynamic software as shit. I don't think they've written anything worth a crap. Okay, sort of like Catechist with inflatable models used to do the graphics, the basis of the graphics. He's kind of like Nemesis, amazing. Right, so you obviously got to avoid them. Right, my bugbear with this is the enemies take multiple hits. Konami had already shown you, mate, that multiple hits for every enemy on screen means you fucked up on the design. It's that simple, really. Graphics are very BBC Micro plus orange or brown. But they're smooth, there's parallax. So the game engine is not bad. So you don't lose your shield, which I just picked up. Or maybe... What's going on with this crap? Sometimes it'll fire missiles and sometimes it's right. Fucking rapid fire for you, mate. So the coding is pretty nice, actually. It's just the multiple hits for the enemies. If there was a trainer that would turn that off, I might give it a proper go. See, this is why I have the trainer options on, because I already know that if there's no trainer option for one hit kills for the enemies, which is correct, because Konami, IREM, they don't need multiple hits. Very smooth game engine though, I'll give it that. You're only using about half the screen, which I don't like. Sound effects are fine. Title music sounds like your SID's fucked. Oh no, gotta buy another C64. I'd never buy a SID on its own, even if it's someone who says it's tested working, because have you tested it with a high score music on BMX Kids? Have you tested it with the music from Light Force? Probably not. So you probably don't even know if he's fucked or not. And then I have to deal with fucking eBay and PayPal trying to get my fucking money back. It's just not worth the hassle. So I'd rather just buy another C64 that's very yellowed but shown working. With, a game loaded up. And obviously they'd have to tell me if the music isn't going on the game. So yeah, it's really poor choice of the shit 4-colour character-based multicolour mode. That's really the problem. Grey and fucking light grey up the yin-yang and BBC Micro colours on top. So yeah, I don't think Dynamic have redeemed themselves. Oh crap. Now perhaps the fact that I haven't smoked any tobacco since starting the other one, the second video file I'm talking about, which is now up to how many minutes is this shit? 14 minutes. So it's 1 hour and 14 minutes of shit games by Alternative Software. That's not good. I did copy some new games, but I think they're stuck in the PC, the SD card stuck in the PC, so I always do that. I need to put Alternative Software one level above. Yeah, I just think of playing Alternative Software, random samplings of games just to get it done. It's a bit like cleaning the toilet. No one enjoys it. You just have to do it. And some aspects of it are, they're just a little bit less shit than other aspects. Can't remember if Suburban is, I can't remember if this is that shoot 'em up construction kit game. I don't want to play any of those. I'm done with those two. No more shoot 'em up construction kit games. I can write my own, thank you. You know, I think Proteum is actually a shoot 'em up. Let's try Operation Fireball. What was that TV show, Fireball XL5? I didn't even like that in the 70s, I thought it was shit. Thunderbirds, however, had an epicness to it. Until you saw the actual puppets, but you know, the musical score, the sound effects, and the actual models, especially when they're being blown up and stuff, they were great. It's only when you actually saw someone trying to do a serious scene with like some puppets with extra thick black string on them. Let me guess. It is. Fire before we get copyright strike. So your James Bond with kickstart graphics. That's what the ground reminds me of. So it's a lot like Scare Bear. I'm sure they've nicked the bikes there from... actually no, they're not quite the same as Kickstart. So obviously I would have lost many lives by now because we just selected all the trainer options. So it is actually a lot like Scare Bear or Treadbear. Treadbear being the original Quicksilver release, I believe. Was it Quicksilver? It could have been Scorpio Games World, I'm not sure actually, I think it was. So really nothing's really changing. This is sort of like what you'd expect in, I don't know, 1985 as a bare minimum for a budget game. 1984 if you wanted a good budget game, it'd be like this. That doesn't mean it's the best budget game, that's things like Kickstart and, you know. But there is parallax going on. No, the graphics are inoffensive enough. I just want to see if anything changes. Like I always said, you buy a game, you want to see new graphics on each level. So now we're the Saint. Well, the Return of the Saint. Oh no, stop the music. Oh, you bastard. So now there's no music at all. Maybe they just grew a conscience halfway through the intro to Return of the Saint with Ian Ogilvy and his white Jaguar XJS. My mum used to like watching that. I think it's because Ian Ogilvy looked like your atypical respectful English guy. Is he actually English though? I think he was meant to be in the TV show. I could actually watch any of those I want right now. On the projector too. However, I don't have 2 litres of fucking vodka to consume before I could enjoy it. So I'd have to be so drunk I actually think I'm like 8 years old. And it is still like the 1970s for me to enjoy watching Return of the Saint. And if you're watching that and you're sober, you'll see like a Rover SD1 or a white Jaguar XJS. You go on straight on eBay Motors Classic Motors section and you'll get depressed. Either they don't exist, they haven't even come up for sale in the last 6 months, or they're stupidly overpriced, or they're all fucked. And combinations thereof. So this would, I think it's the difficulty with this game. So there is variety in the game. Ah, bloody hell, not this shit again. Right, had to turn that right down. Camera does not like white. Yeah, I think if it was a bit less difficult, it'd probably be an alright game. I mean, the mountains in the background are just ripped off from Moon Patrol by Atari. And I suspect other things have been ripped off other games. Now, so after 20 minutes, the battery warning is now flashing. 20 minutes ago, it was 66%. Motherfucker. So it's fun to play with trainers. Yeah, it's pass the time. Maybe if you're waiting for a minicab, it's not like you have to wait for Windows to shut down. You just fucking turn the C64 off, and it will work when you turn it back on. There's no fucking corrupt fucking SD to IC, or you know, your disk in the disk drive getting out of fucking Windows, mate. So you do actually get like different graphics, even if most of them are ripped off. So that is definitely, and the wheels are from Kickstart, and your bloke is from Kickstart on the bike. It's just they're filled in bits of the bike. Maybe I'll play a bit of Kickstart off camera. It's less embarrassing that way. So we're back at level 1, I think. So, well, we actually had a car, so, but I think the graphics are level 1. Yeah, if you're going to play it with the trainer options, give it a go, mate. Now we've fucked up all the fucking screen settings now. Luckily this button is not playing up today too much. I don't know where this was now. You have to watch back the video just to see where the contrast settings were. So, yeah, something that loads quickly. Star, comma, ship, comma, 1. What's the time? Yeah. I was trying to work out if the schools are off this week or not. Because that's it's actually a good time to go to the shops in the afternoon. Because you don't have to worry about your fucking driveway being blocked by some cocksucker. Yeah. You know, once in a blue moon is fine. But, you know, seeing that 3-4 times it has just... They fucking park on the other side of the road, you cunt. They just can't be bothered to do a fucking U-turn in the road or whatever. And I see my car there all the time anyway. Even if it is a bit cockeyed on the driveway now because of my cunt neighbour and their fucking bins. Anyway, let's try and keep it positive, Mad Commodore, innit? I'm not playing the Wombles. Super Ted is a thingy. Blah blah blah. Yeah, let's play Proteum. Proteum, a weird mix of plutonium and fucking protein. Maybe it was a 1950s salami snack. Because they thought, you know, become radioactive, innit? Give you extra power, innit? Give you extra fucking mortality. That's what it gives you, mate. There again, at least they were trying back then. Nowadays, all they seem to do is fucking build new phones and write apps. That's it. That's your fucking technology. And trying to make some cheap shit to sell you that's absolutely useless and nothing like as good as the old stuff. It's a weird effect. I've got the Waikiki at the ready. Here we go. I'm trying to work out what. See if they've done the background a different colour, like blue. It doesn't have to be in space. And look, again, multiple hits. I'm not interested in them. Yeah, these are obstacles. They're not moving, so. Right, okay, they're not multiple hits. Delta power-up system. I don't know what to think of this one, actually. The sprites are shit, and the backgrounds are 5 out of 10, so. But the game engine is absolutely fine, and the sound effects are fine, so I suppose it is a 5 out of 10 game, literally. That must be corruption then. And I don't mean the Magnetic Scrolls yuppie-based adventure, which I've never played. Okay, that looks a bit weird. What the hell's going on there? Right, that would have been a loss of a life there. So it's probably quite a difficult game because your spaceship is ridiculously large. It's probably an expanded sprite, at least horizontally, which is why it looks so shit. Wow, 100 hits to knock that out before it destroys you with one hit. No thank you. I don't care if the battery runs out now. Yeah, they look a bit like Sanction and the way they move as well. So, there's a lot of naughty, you know, graphics ripping and ideas stealing by Alternative Software going on. They're like the fucking meth-head cocksuckers, really. That's Revenge of the Mutant Camel sound effect, and some of the sound effects from Falcon Patrol 1. If I had an action replay cartridge, I'd just go in there and make my sprite the same size as all the other sprites on the screen. That'd be easy enough to work out. Simple poke, reset the game, put it back. The graphics are very 5 out of 10 on the sprites and the backgrounds. There's nothing going on in the border except the power-ups at the bottom. We seem to be a bit elusive getting these power-ups. I don't think we've got enough battery time to load another game. I can't even remember what that shit was called now. Was it Proteum? Yeah, it was. My shit joke about the yeah, that's what it was. Radioactive protein. Radioactive hamburgers. We've probably been eating them for ages, probably. How many people have got a Geiger counter in the car when they go to McDonald's to check? None! Not even Walter White has one of them. Yeah, we're up to season 4 on that shit now. I might have to swap the projectors around because I've hammered the bloody projector. Bit too much, too many hours going on per 24-hour period. Yeah, I'm going to show you Axions, which is such a shit game. Yeah, probably load in about fucking 20 seconds. Ooh, not even that. It's probably an 8K game if that. We'll have invincibility. So, is this a re-release of the Alternative Software game, which is Galaxions? I'm pressing for joystick port. It probably is, because that game was probably joystick port 1 because it's an early game. Oh, they've changed one fucking sprite, the one at the bottom. Yeah, you want to play Galaxian, play Xeron. It's that simple. You want to play a bat and ball game on the C64, just play Arkanoid, which I might actually have a go of in a bit. While the camera charges, so you'll never know how great I am. I might even do all the levels and no one will ever know. And now I could tell you and you wouldn't know if I'm lying or not. Except I am going to be lying because I'm telling you now. Because I can't find the paddle controllers. Certainly not the ones I repaired anyway. So I mean, the graphics are just too big, the screen is too short. They move smooth enough when they're moving. I mean up the top they're a bit crap. And there's no starfield. Actually I worked out how to do this with like smooth scrolling. Using like character graphics, but keep the star field intact. And you've got enough memory to scroll the star field as well. Or have you? No, you'd need 64 characters for that, so maybe not. Now bloody hell, this camera's going on fucking Duracell levels of fucking endurance. Right, won't have time to play another fucking game. Oh, I don't think Mainmeister liked my comments about Ya Kung Fu. But, I'm sorry, it come out in Japan in the same year as Gradius. And one of those looks like a fucking Mega Drive game, at least, if not a SNES game, technically. No, we'll go with SNES. And the other one looks like a fucking NES piece of shit with some talentless cocksucker doing the graphics. Bollocks, joystick port 1.